Hi, it's nice to see you again. I thought today I would talk about preferences. I think choosing our preferences or discovering our preferences is the most important thing we can do for our art. And it came to mind for me because I'm currently in the process of unwrapping and prepping a bunch of wooden panels that I bought to make a new series of paintings. So I just wrapped up one series and now I'm starting to think about a new series. And wooden panels are a real pain, really. There's all sorts of problems with them. They're very prone to warping, and because of that, they require all sorts of preparation. So I need to seal them first, which I do with something called GAC 100, which is an acrylic medium. I need to seal the whole panel, front, back, sides, cradle with that. And then I also need to gesso them before I start painting. And I'll show you what one of these panels looks like. So this is a panel, the back of a panel. Comes in a plastic wrapper. I get these from Jackson's in the UK, but they're sold at various places. Front of the panel is made out of plywood, and then it's cradled with this wood around the back, which helps prevent warping at smaller sizes, but the larger sizes do tend to still have a tendency to warp. So these panels that I paint on are expensive, they're prone to problems, they require all sorts of preparation. Why on earth would I bother? Through trial and error over the last few years, I've discovered that the techniques that I love, the things I love to see in paintings, and the things I love to do in paintings at the moment are best done on wood. The wood panels are great because they're solid, hard. I can gouge into them, I can sand them, I can put layers and layers of paint on and then sand it back, and that's what I enjoy doing. I've come to find that I prefer wood. Why is this important? Because knowing what your preferences are is all part of your finding your style or your voice. So in the beginning, I would have felt like real artists paint on canvas. I should paint on canvas. If I don't, I'm not a real artist. Now I feel confident to say, no, I don't like painting on canvas. Not at the moment. Anyway, that might change. I don't like stretch canvases. I prefer to paint on wood, so I'm going to make it work for me. There are all sorts of other preferences that we have. We like this green, but not that one. We like blues, but we don't like red. We like geometric, clean lines, or we like loose, organic brushstrokes and scribbly marks. You might like both. That's fine too. You like working with brushes, or you like palette knives, or you like working with cloths in your hands. You have all sorts of preferences. But when, especially at the beginning stages of our art career, we tend to think, I'll just do what the people I can look at who are successful are doing, because that must be the right way. I know X artist, I really admire them. They paint on wood panels using brushes and cloths, and they use blues and greens, so that's what I'm going to do because that must be right. But that's just their preference. The key to unlocking freedom in your art, the key to it feeling good to do, and the key to it being desirable to other people is for it to be truly you. And that means identifying your preferences. And how do we do that? We do it by trial and error. I wish there was a quick way. I get so many questions. Which glue are you using? What are those wood panels? What is that brand of paint? And I try to be patient. I try to answer patiently, but it's such the wrong question because what I use won't be what you enjoy. So asking me what I'm doing is just a way to get frustrated because you'll try buying the same substrate or the same paint brand and you won't like it. And then you'll think, well, there's something wrong with me because it works for Louise. You have to find your own way, and that means trial and error, it means practicing, it means working, it means making a mess. But out of that mess comes a new discovery. Even if that new discovery is, I really don't like working with palette knives, or I really don't like phthalo turquoise, even though I love it when I look at it in Louise's work. Now I try it, I don't like it in mine. And these mistakes can be a bit costly, right? We've tried something and it didn't work. but not really, not in the scheme of life, not in the scheme of all you're going to gain by going on your own journey with your work, not really that costly. So if you're one of those people who's not sure who you are, who's spent a lot of time perhaps mimicking other people or following the lead of other people, start branching out by trying things and seeing what you like, and trust what you feel. If your very favourite artist says, I only ever work on £300 Buckingford watercolour hot press paper. I'm making this up now, I don't even know if that exists. But if they say that, and then you get a sheet of it and you try it and you hate it, don't think, oh, there's something wrong with me because X person loves it and they swear by it and look at their beautiful work. Just think, not for me. And then I wonder why I didn't like it. That can save some cost. If you think, I wonder why I didn't enjoy it. Do I find it too soft as a surface? Do I find it too absorbent for the paint? Was the paint soaking in? What didn't you like about it? Then you can have a go at addressing that. So for example, with watercolor paper, I don't like the way acrylic paint soaks into watercolor paper. It kind of takes some of the color, it dulls the color somehow as it soaks in, and I don't like the texture. Some people love that. What I do to get around that if I'm working on paper is I prime the paper with gesso first, so that let the gesso soak into the paper. But do you see, it's all personal preference. Somebody else loves to paint with acrylic paint directly onto paper and loves the quality of the paper showing through, and I don't like to work that way. Somebody else likes to work on stretched canvas. I can't stand it. Somebody else would avoid painting on wood like the plague because they want more give. It's my favorite thing to paint on. Your preferences are what counts. So if you're watching this video, chances are you've already signed up for my free course, which starts on June the 3rd. I've been going on about it forever. I go on about it like this because I only do it once a year, and next year I may not be doing it. I am looking to have a year to myself for my own work. And so this year I'm all in. And when you see how much we do on this free course, how much I work, how much my team works, you'll perhaps understand why we only do it once a year. But if you haven't already signed up, the link will be with this video in the video description wherever you are watching the video. So please do come and join us. It's going to be great fun. And it's all about this topic. It's all about finding your own preferences, letting go of what you think the shoulds and musts are, and just finding out who you are, which is all we ever really are doing with our art. So I look forward to seeing you there, finding out what your preferences are. See you soon.